Hey together, I'm Aaron the Black Dragon and welcome to a Saturday video for a specific day, because it is World Backup Day. Have you backed up your daters? Well, I have. And this video actually comes at an interesting time because this Wednesday you saw my other video. All the time I'm saving up my old videos and everything in my old hard drive. Still using it, there's still some space left in it, especially once I get all of the raw footage that's on it finally done. I have a lot more space in it again because there's a lot of raw footage still on it that needs to be processing. But what we're gonna do today is take a little trip and see what videos I've made in the past. Those are things that I have on my hard drive. They are the thumbnails, some private videos, some private clips and stuff that I don't share on YouTube, the music that I use, then something that's probably blacked out for you, then the live streams. Those are actually the full-on live streams. Those are not the cut down versions, those are the full-length videos. They were a lot of fun. I don't want to throw them away. Maybe I'm gonna make something with them in the future again. A story about my uncle, a short series, but it was a lot of fun then. And I enjoyed it a lot making it, and it was still in the time I didn't have my face cam or anything, but the game was just super amazing. So yeah, it's on my channel if you wanna check it out yourself, but I had a ton of fun playing this game. It blew my mind at points, and I also got rather frustrated at certain points. I think actually this, a hard climb, is one of the points where I got a little bit frustrated. But other than that, the game's really cool. I only can recommend it. Then there's Armed with Wings as well. This is more recent than the story about my uncle, but it's also a fun game that I found through a random Sunday video, actually, the game. And I found out that this is a full game, and so I decided to make a series out of the full game and not just the random Sunday bit that I had going with it. Kinda like the same thing that went on with Slime Rancher. And this is basically like my first horror series. It's Fragile Dreams. And it's semi-horror, but it's a great game. It's also way back when already, but it was one of the first blind series that I actually played, so therefore it holds a rather special place for me, and it was a ton of fun playing through the game. Finally full. I think it took me up until I don't know, I think it was like part 15 or 14 or something like that, until I finally got to a point in the game that I didn't play beforehand. So nearly halfway through the whole series I finally got to a point where I didn't know the game anymore. So that was actually really interesting for me to finally see the end of the game, since I stopped playing it on my own. And of course we have the travel vlogs. They are really something special to me, and I enjoyed making them also quite a lot. But they were actually not the first travel vlogs that I made. So what I just loaded up here is one of the other travel vlogs that I have, but it's not as crisp as the Iceland travel vlog, because basically we were 1 week in Venice and I made the same thing for Rome, and it's basically one huge video of 1 week being at the place and not cutting it up into multiple videos, so it's not as huge. And that was actually something that I still needed to learn at that point, but it's a great thing. Also, all of the vlogs that I made, with erasing some of my old vlogs and starting with the first vlog of me showing my face actually for the first time. So also at that point I still kept numbering them so that I knew in what order they came up on my channel, and after that I got a bit lazy with that. And there we also have the Mother series with 19 parts, which also ties really nicely in with Earthbound that I'm playing currently, but it was also a great A game. Confusing at times and crucial at sometimes that you made the right steps at the right points, otherwise you had to backtrack quite a lot to get things done, but other than that the game is still amazing. And then there's Ori and the Blind Forest, one series where I have a video on my channel that actually has over 700 views. Where is it? Getting the Last Skill. I don't know why that video, of all the videos that I ever made, got so many views, especially now that looking back at it, I hate the style of commentary that I had at the time. So I don't know why, but that's just that. But I love the game to bits and I can't wait for the Willful Wisp to come out. You can be sure that I'm playing this as soon as I can on my channel as it gets out. Then you have a folder full with all of my Monday Madness series, from Crypt of the Necrodancer down to Superflight. Where is the first one? The first one I think was Raft actually, which only had 4 episodes, but I mean I could look back into Raft because Raft was a cool game. Maybe they made some interesting new changes to the game and I could show them off in another Sunday video if they're not too big, or rebirth the series just to make a little bit more happening in it, but Raft was a cool game. Then Oxygen Not Included, which I had to break up. I actually would have played Oxygen Not Included a little bit longer, but then I got problems with the game after an update and I couldn't play it anymore, which was really a shame because I loved the game and I haven't played it since, because I always had kind of the problem with the update messing it up, and so I wasn't able to play it properly. But I should look back into it. Maybe things are sorted out and I can play it again. And then there's also one of the biggest things running on my channel with I don't know how many videos by now, but Random Sunday is a monster in and of itself. With all of those little videos, I also raised a lot of the old videos. But other than that, there is a lot of stuff, a lot of great games, a lot of cool and interesting games, and just plain insane games like, where was it? There, it's just Tic-Tac-Toe, which was a crazy game, but I love it. Then of course there's all of the Saturday videos like the challenges, the cocktail bar videos, where the first cocktail bar video is actually rather crudely made and not that well made. And I also didn't put on the attire that I now wear every time, but it was kind of a gateway video for me to get into making the cocktail bar videos, because if I wouldn't have made that video, I think I never would have made anything like it. So even though I'm not the biggest fan of the cocktail that I made at the time and the way the video looks, it's still really important to me that I made the video, and of course the stupid challenges. Some hilarious challenges like the Whisper challenge with friends, and then all of the other challenges that I did by myself. I should ask my friends again for a challenger if they want to make a challenge together. Then of course there is a big jam, the Shovel Knight co-op with my brother, which was hilarious. If you haven't seen it, it's probably one of the funniest series that I have on my channel because it's just pure insanity. Me and my brother are not the best tag team, but we work just right. And because of that, it also spawned out the Spectre of Torment, which we also played together in a tag team fashion, where I think I started off one episode, then he played the next one, and we just bounced back and forth like this every episode, and we played all the stages like this through. It was also really funny. The commentary together with him is always really enjoyable, and also you can learn something about games because he knows a lot about games, a lot more than I know. And of course one of my hugest series, Xenoblade Chronicles, with 56 episodes. Totally honest, at the beginning of this whole series I didn't even know what I wanted to do with it. I think it took me about 20 or more episodes to figure out how I want to have the whole series actually working, and then I finally got a grasp on how the thing should work out. And also at the start, like at episode 5 or so, I was like, I really should just say I don't make it, I'm gonna stop. But I pulled through and I'm really happy because the game is great. So yeah, I'm happy about my decision to play through the whole game, and also I'm really happy that I figured out how I want to have the whole things cut down and edited, because at the beginning they were a mess. They were just pure garbage, I think, personally. But yeah, that's kinda all I wanted to show you here, just my little treasure box that I have all the time with me. It's a really cool way for me to look through it and see the kind of journey that the channel took by now. If I wouldn't have started this all, then I wouldn't have played a lot of the games that I've actually played now thanks to my YouTube channel. And just so many great games came out on my channel by now, and I'm really happy that I got to play them, that I got to see them, and I think that's mostly thanks to the dedication that I have to you guys, that I'm actually playing through all of these games and trying my best to finish the games up and making them entertaining and whatnot. Yeah, I think that video is long enough for a video about the backup day, so I hope you guys had fun looking back at some videos that I did in the past. If you wanna check them out, they're all still on my channel except for some exceptions. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, how about leaving a comment down below? I really would appreciate that. See all of you to whatever may be my next Saturday video. So bye!